Hello guys, this is Anisha Annie and welcome back to my channel. I am going to Gujarat on road from Hyderabad and I'm going to show my whole journey in this vlog. We are going to only few parts of Gujarat and they are. This is the Gujarat's map. It shows all the tourist places to visit, but we planned only a 10 days trip, so which includes halting in few places like in Maharashtra before reaching to Gujarat. It takes 1 to 2 days to reach Gujarat from Hyderabad on road. So we decided to first halt in Shirdi as it is 755 kilometers in distance and a 12-hour drive. The next day from Shirdi, we planned to go to Surat, but exploring Surat wasn't in our trip plan. We wanted to go to Diu, which needs to be reached through sea. So we decided to go to Surat. The place Hazira in Surat is where we took a ferry ride, which takes us to Ghogha located in Bhavnagar. From Bhavnagar, it is a 200 kilometers and an almost 4-hour drive to Diu, so we decided to land in Bhavnagar and then drive to Diu on the same day. After reaching Diu and exploring that union territory for a half day, our next destination was Somnath, which is 85 kilometers and an almost 2-hour drive from Diu. After exploring Somnath, our next destination was Dwarka. It is again a 4-hour drive from Somnath going from the coastal road. After exploring Dwarka, we then went to Ahmedabad, which is an 8-hour drive from Dwarka. And then, as our last destination, we went near the Statue of Unity located in Kevadia, which was a 3.5-hour drive from Ahmedabad. So, these are the places we covered in Gujarat in the span of 10 days. So, what are we waiting for? Let's jump into the vlog. We started our trip to first reach Shirdi. We went by the Hyderabad's outer ring road at Nanakramguda, which goes through Patancheruvu and then touches the borders of Sangareddy and Jogipet and Nizampet. So my family and my cousin's family are traveling together in 2 cars and I sat in my cousin's car for more entertainment with them. We started from the ORR at 11 am and reached to Maharashtra's border by 1:20 pm, and then we began to enjoy the ride and nature in Maharashtra. At 2:50 pm, we stopped at this empty bus stand near Nander to have lunch packed by our moms from home. And then the journey continues. I enjoy the farms and nature and the weather so much while traveling. People in the car slept after a tummy full of home-packed lunch, and I played with my niece, talked with my brother who was driving, and listening to songs and enjoying the nature outside. At Varangi in Maharashtra, we took the Nagpur-Mumbai expressway, which is called as Maharashtra Samruddhi Marg. It is the longest expressway road of 701 km long connecting to Nagpur and Mumbai in Maharashtra. This expressway have many exits in the way of Nagpur to Mumbai. It is the cleanest long expressway where the vehicles should be maintaining the maximum speed of 120 km per hour only. They will take toll tax for the road in whatever exit you take from the expressway. They take the toll charges for the expressway rupees 1.73 per kilometer. At 6:20 pm, we stopped by this petrol pump for tea refreshment. This expressway has extraordinary tunnels and mountain views, an enjoyable sight indeed. The IC20 is the Shirdi's exit from the expressway. At the toll, they charged rupees 1.73 per kilometer from where we took the expressway till the exit. So we almost drove 400 kilometers on the expressway, so they charged approximately 400 and some change near the toll booth. Finally, we entered in Shirdi at 9 p.m. This is the Shirdi complex where we need to go for Darshan. We took tickets for Sai Baba's Darshan that night here in the Shirdi complex. Mobiles were not allowed in the temple, so there is a mobile and shoe handover counter. We handed our mobiles and our shoes there and went in for Darshan. We went through this gate number 6 and had to walk so much inside to reach to the main temple for Darshan. It wasn't crowded when we went to Darshan, and our Darshan went so divine and good. We even got to touch and pray Sai Baba's Samadhi, which they wouldn't let you touch during crowded period. After our Darshan, we walked out of the complex, got into our car and went to search for rooms to stay. Finally, we are staying tonight at the Shirdi Satram run by the Shirdi Trust. The Satram is like a complex run by the Shirdi Trust. We took triple bedroom which costed only 600 rupees per room. Our family was of 10 people, so we took 3 rooms and got adjusted in those. We had dinner and I was very much tired, so we all went into deep sleep that night. The next morning we got ready and started our journey from Shirdi to now Gujarat. It took a lot of time to get ready and move from our room, so we started to move at 12 p.m. without having breakfast. Now we are going by the Nashik road. The Google Maps route showed through these narrow village roads. The roads on this route were super bumpy and full of potholes, and some were good in some areas. At 2:40 p.m. we stopped in the middle for lunch in this hotel. We had a good meal and we tried to book for ferry ride here, as the tickets should be booked one day before. I'll show you how we booked for ferry later. The food was good here. And again we resumed our journey after our lunch break. The border near Maharashtra and Gujarat have many hills, so we enjoyed all these beautiful hills view in our journey. Between Maharashtra and Gujarat borders, the Maharashtra police people stopped us for checking for unnecessary things and won't let us leave unless we bribe them with money. After bribing the police with money, they left us, and I enjoyed the mountains view so much. With sun setting in the mountains, the view is absolutely mesmerizing. The climate was getting so chilly outside as we were going on top of the hills, and I couldn't help myself feeling the chillness by keeping my hands out of the window. We finally reached the Gujarat border. The area name is called Saputara. Saputara is a hill station with ghat roads and forest. So they took money from us for entering this forest road. Here again, the Gujarat police are stopping every vehicle for checking if they are carrying any alcohol into the state. As Gujarat is a non-alcoholic state, police checked other state vehicles near borders for it. After the checking, we finally entered into Gujarat. The Saputara hill station has beautiful lakes and beautiful other sceneries. I felt like I have come to Ooty. The sunset on lake was so stunning. Nature is so beautiful indeed. We still have to travel more 180 kilometers to Surat from this beautiful hill station. The view from the mountains is so mesmerizing from the foggy weather on top of those hills and the sunset. I'm just awestruck by this view. It's so beautiful. Though there are many curves, the roads on the hill station was so good without many bumps and potholes. We have stopped in the middle of this hill station for a tea break. We had a nice hot tea on this cool weather. And oh my god, the view here is just so mesmerizing for my eyes. We got to see this stunning view from the tea shop. It was so beautiful, in fact. Me and my family enjoyed our tea break here by viewing this beautiful scenery. Those green grass, that orange and purple sky, the moon, oh wow, what a beautiful view. I enjoyed my hot tea in this beautiful view and felt so relaxed. We resumed our drive. It became dark as we went through this cool hill station. It was kinda scary going through these ghats with no lights but only the car's headlights. But the overall experience of going through the hill station was an adventurous experience. The windshield is becoming foggy by the chilly atmosphere on the hills, so my brother wiped it out for a clear view. Finally, we are down the hill and the ghat roads have ended and came on a highway. I noticed that in villages, mostly all the area names are written only in Gujarati, making it difficult for non-Gujaratis like me to read those boards. So we finally reached Surat's outskirts. At Surat's border, we stopped by this restaurant to have a dinner. It is a veg and non-veg restaurant. So this Persian cat was the owner of this restaurant. Just kidding. The owners owned this cat and he was very lovely. So this is inside the restaurant. The ambience was very good and it even has a one fish aquarium. The food was very delicious here. We had a proper tasty dinner in Gujarat.
It's good.
The platter is good, huh?
Yeah, the platter is good.
The Taj Mahal ice cream is very popular in Surat. So I ordered this yummy fried ice cream. I love fried ice cream so much. So I tried their fried ice cream here and it was super delicious. I loved it so much. More 30 kilometers to go. So we finally arrived in the Surat city. It was 11:30 p.m. and the road was crowded by Surat's people going home after playing Garba during the Navratri time. Oh yeah, we went on this trip during the Navratri season. Witnessing Gujarati people playing Garba during Navratri was so vibrant and cheerful. So this is where we booked our room to stay for the night. The hotel is called Rajan's Beliza in Surat. This is some huge 4-star rated hotel but looks like a big apartment with some kind of spaceship model in the middle for aesthetic purpose. It is so very huge and lonely and dark when we arrived. The room came with this kitchen and 2 bedrooms with bathrooms and a balcony facing the inside of the hotel view. It's like a studio apartment. This room costed some 2000 and change for us, and we booked 2 rooms for 10 people. Good morning from Surat. We woke up early to catch our ferry ride. So this is the morning balcony view inside the hotel. And there is my cousin in his room waving at me. So it is 5:30 in Surat and we are still here. We have to fresh up and now go to RoRo Ferry from Hazira to Ghogha. It is a 4-hour ferry ride. Our ferry ride starts exactly at 9, so we have to be there by 8 and we have to get started from here by 7 because it is still a 1-hour route from this hotel. I'm so excited for the ferry ride because first time I'm going on a ship that is on a sea, and I'm just so excited to show you guys what I am going to experience there. So let us start our day 3 of our vacation from here. Before beginning my ferry vlog, let me show you guys how we booked our ferry. So just go to this website. I kept the link in my description below. This is the home page. It shows you a one-way and a whole round trip from Hazira to Ghogha. We selected only one-way option, and then you have to select the date you are riding the ferry. Here for example, I'm taking this date and then click on search. It shows you the ferry availability on your selected date. They only have 2 timings for ferry ride, that is at 9 AM and 4 PM. So we selected the 9 AM time slot to enjoy the morning view on the sea. In next page, we have to select a category on how we are coming, that is without any vehicle, it is free, and if we go there by vehicle, then it has separate charges as per the vehicle. As we came in car, we selected the car option. Next, we have to choose which travel class we want to sit there. We choose business class, and next we have to choose the number of passengers, and then it will show you the total amount at the end. Click on book now, where it takes you to the payment section, which should be paid in online only. Now we have to leave for ferry this early, but I'm gonna miss this place so much because it was so poshy and nice, and we got to only enjoy it for one night. It was 1-hour drive to Hazira port, and we planned to move from the hotel at sharp 7, but we did so much late and left the hotel at 7:30 AM. So finally we reached Hazira in 20 minutes, and now we are going near the ship port. There were many industries on the way to the port as the shipyard is in the outskirts of the Surat city. We finally reached near the port in just 40 minutes. We have to show our tickets here and then they let us in. Here again they checked our tickets and they gave us this wristband signifying the type of travel class we chose in the ferry. They stopped all the vehicles here for some time until they get the ferry ready. So this is the ferry we are getting into, and the sunrise on the sea was a very pretty view to watch in the morning. At 8:10 a.m. they let us get into the ferry. Here these people were counting the number of vehicles getting into the ship. Yay! We finally entering into the ferry and I'm so excited for this. So this is the parking spot where all the vehicles are parked inside the ferry. So we safely parked our car and then began to walk to go inside the ferry to sit in our seats. So this is how it looks inside the ferry. The security are checking all the bags here. This place has a gift shop. This place even has few entertaining games like PS4, roulette, air hockey, fancy store and etc. This is the cafeteria, we're going to visit that later. We are now going to our seating area and here there are washrooms. Washrooms are very cleaned every time. The whole ferry is maintained very cleanly. So to the left they are all business class and to the right they are all executive class. We entered into our AC business class, which has these red colored seats, a TV for entertainment, and 2 windows facing the sea view. This is the executive class, which has many seats than business class but doesn't have a sea view windows. This is the way for sleeper class and beside it has the stairs to go up for outside view of ferry, and this is the cafeteria. So we are going on top of the ferry to view the sea from outside. This area has so many chairs so that people can sit and enjoy the sea view from here. Here at the top there is another small cafeteria where they sell tea, coffee and ice creams. After viewing the sea for some time, we are going inside to have our breakfast. So we entered into the cafeteria to have some breakfast. The cafeteria have the good amount of seating for everyone here. Our family is already having breakfast here, and I ordered this choco sandwich and it was super delicious. I loved it. My family is having a nice photo session here, and I also did some video sessions here. But I truly enjoyed the sea view, sipping my cool drink. The beautiful sea view from the window is just mesmerizing. There are some goods carrying ships and oil rigs in the sea. The whole ferry ride was very delightful. It was an awestruck view of the vast sea reflected by the sun rays. This ferry ride was a new experience for me which I would cherish my lifetime as a memory. So we all came down again. My brothers wanted to play games, so they were saying which games to play. These are the rates for all the games here. This ferry has many types of games, like this is the Wheel of Fortune, and they have air hockey. Then they have this Jack Sparrow cutout without face. So I took a photo like this. And then they have this spin the wheel, punching bag, gun shooting, and etc. My sister bought my niece that mini purse in her hand in this fancy store. It was so cute. Came to my cabin again and saw my family resting and sleeping. So I've decided to rest on my seat too by enjoying the sea view from my window. Due to oil rigs in the sea, the whole sea is filled with mud flowing on top of the sea water. Pleasantly enjoying the sea view from my window. It was very hot in the ferry, so I enjoyed this cookie and cream flavored ice cream. It was so tasty and kept me cool for some time. After a whole 4-hour journey in the sea, we finally reached the Ghogha seaport in Bhavnagar. So I took a time lapse of the ferry parking its way through the port. Finally leaving the ferry. It was a fun adventurous ride I've experienced. Me and my family enjoyed our ferry ride so much. We're gonna miss this so much. Goodbye ferry, I'm going to miss this ferry. It was a joyous ride, right? Yeah. So this is the Ghogha seaport. now we're getting down, leaving the ferry. It was very hot the moment we stepped out from inside, and so many big trucks have been parked here in the ferry. Everyone, including me, were excited to see the ramp open in the ferry. They finally opened and they let all the people with our vehicles walk down from the ramp to outside first. And they let the two-wheelers go next. After two-wheelers, this huge truck was in the middle, so it went out first, giving space for cars to go out next. And then they let out the cars and at last the trucks and buses. The people follow here a very systematic order to let people out from the ferry. We went near our cars and sat inside, getting ready to move out from the ferry. It wasn't hot in Surat, but here it is so very hot because of all the humidity, sea humidity, right? He's sweating a lot. Poor brother. They are letting go one after the other in a line wise, which is a very good system to follow by the ferry people here. Finally, we are getting down, leaving the ferry and stepping into the Ghogha port in Bhavnagar. Goodbye, ferry workers. I'm gonna miss you all too. We finally left the port and now we are on our way to DU. So we stopped at this restaurant here in Bhavnagar for lunch. We felt so hungry after leaving the ferry and it was also already 2 p.m. We asked the waiter what is special here and he suggested paneer angara and paneer tufani, which was like a paneer curry for naans. My aunt and uncle ordered Gujarati thali, which came with roti, dal, curries and basmati rice with gulab jamun and buttermilk. After having lunch, we began our journey to reach DU, which is 200 kilometers from Bhavnagar. This time I took the steering wheel from my brother and drove for some time. My dad recorded me making me laugh and all. Gujarati's specialty was encountering stray cows on the middle of the highways like this. And there are a lot of villagers driving in the wrong direction, which makes it difficult to drive fastly in the highways. I drove for 100 kilometers and I let my cousin drive another 100 kilometers to DU. While he was driving, I chilled in the back seat with my mom, niece and sister. In some part of the highway, they are constructing bridges nowadays, so they are closing the other direction road, making the vehicles go through our side road, which is difficult to drive fastly when opposite vehicles are coming in our lane. We had to go through a lot of stray cows in the middle of the highway, making it very much difficult to drive fast on the highways. We had to go through this bumpy, destroyed road through a village. But after that, we got through nice roads on highway by enjoying the sunset view. We stopped in a town for a tea break at 6:30 p.m. and then continued our journey. After 4 hours journey, we finally reached Diu. This building with green lights are circuit houses only for government officials. Diu is a union territory and it was a Portuguese colony until 1961. Diu is known for its beauty, culture and history. As a union territory, Diu allows alcohol in it and the people here speak Gujarati. There is a lot of sightseeing here. We're gonna explore the Diu the next day. Diu has an airport, railway station and a bus stand too. This is the city view from the outskirts of Diu. We are now going into the city. This is the bus stand. The walls with lights is the border walls which has the Diu city inside it. The whole city of Diu is under this wall. The people here call it as a city, but it actually is like a town with small streets and houses. But many hotels and restaurants are under these walls in the Diu city. We are now entering the city by passing the city's wall and going to our hotel. This is the INS Kukri Warship Museum, which we are going to explore the next day. On our way to hotel, we noticed the streets are very narrow inside the city. We finally reached to our hotel. This is the room we are staying tonight. It's very big 4-bedroom room and very comfortable. So we have checked into our hotel room and now we are going to have dinner, and then from tomorrow we are going to explore Diu. I'm going to continue my vlog tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night.
Action.
So we have reached inside the boat and so we reached inside the boat and now we are traveling from Hazira. I got cut this button. Billy. Hazira Surat from Ghogha. The pay the book. Bhavnagar. Bhavnagar. Ghogha Bhavnagar.
या तुम्हें पागल हो गया मैं तेरी बुद्धि खराब हो गई है
Cookie.